Hello everybody, come on in, come on in. I have just made a right royal, as we would say in England, bollocks up. Because I'm halfway through this page when I realised I didn't have the video on. I thought I'd turned it on, but it wasn't on. And the only way I realised that it wasn't on was I got a phone call through and my notifications weren't on, my do not disturb wasn't on, and my video wasn't on. So I'm halfway through this page here, so I can't start again, but I'm going to explain what I've done. Okay, so sorry about that. So I used the brand new specimen CMS 410. With Tim it goes by the number. You know the number more than the name. With mine it goes by the names. I absolutely adored this when I saw it. I just think it's fabulous. I love bugs and things like that. So my idea was I'm going to do some flaps using the large butterflies, okay? And I was going to do it on this page, but because it's at the back of my book here, I just felt they were sticking up. So if I did flaps there, they would really stick up. So I have just painted that page black. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that in a little while. And then I made a flap for this page here. So what I did was, I'll demonstrate with a piece of paper and then I'll show you. So I took a piece of card and I placed it how long I wanted it to be. And then I creased and I folded it back on itself. I probably faffed a little bit more. Yeah, so I folded it like that so that the bottom piece, this back piece here, would glue down. Okay, and I wanted a little bit extra space. I didn't want it to go right into the spine with it being really near the back of the book. So if you can see, when I place that on, you can still see a little bit here. And I just put some pink ink down there with one of the these are the wide brushes. I use these a lot. I like the wide brushes. I don't know whether there are other people would use them enough to justify. So when that glue's there and it's down, you'll see a little bit of the pink down there, because if I was right in there it would get a little bit ratted up. Okay, and then what I did was I took the stamps. I'll stamp this one for you really quickly. And there's 3 of the large, I don't know if the moths, butterflies, I don't know. But this is the page that's going to be stuck down. This is where I want to stamp them. So what I did, I think I did the middle one first, I'm not sure. I wanted part of the wing to be on the fold. Okay, so this is the stuck down bit. So part of the wing is underneath, and then this is the part that comes across. Just let me clean that. Put it away, you know how tidy I am. And so what I did was I think I stamped the biggest. I think I stamped that one there, this one in the middle, and this one at the top. I think I went like that. Something like that, and these were about even. So it ended up with the 3 on there, and then the little bit of it was over the back. Okay, and then remember I picked this piece up in the last video, so I wanted to decorate this part like this. So I just took my water brushes and I just did this. Just quickly, and you can see this if you want to see this. It's in another of my earlier, one of my earlier videos. This, oh, green. I wanted blue. I want green and pink. There we go. So I just did this, okay, and I added a little bit of black, and then I put a stencil on and I ghosted it. And there is another video in the series showing you that. So that's what I did. So this is what I've got so far. So there is my page that's going to be stuck on the inside, and you can see here there is the, in fact, that is that one, isn't it? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That's a perfect match. Oh, I'm so marvellous. No, I've no idea. It's an absolute fluke, is that. An absolute fluke that it's this position the same. But anyway, so that's what I did. Yeah. So this is the inside, that's there. And then you can see I've been cutting them out. Excuse me. So that's what that looked like. And that's when I got a phone call. So I will just continue cutting the bottom one out so you can see what I was doing. And I wasn't sure if it was going to work. I got a brief glimpse when Tim was doing his release. Someone had made a lovely card with a folded over, and do you know, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it is. I'll try to go back and find it because I do want to credit. Somebody had made a lovely card, and I think they had one flap, and I thought, you know me, I've got to go more, and I thought, ooh, let's do it with 3. So the other day I did a Dina page, and now I'm doing a Tim page. Okay, so it's just a little bit faffing, and then I've just got this bottom one to do. You just have to be careful that you don't get giddy and end up cutting the bottom one off, because then you'd have to do the whole thing again. And that was why I thought, I'm not starting from scratch. I'll just start the video again. Actually, better check. Oh yes, we're on. I'm terrible. I don't check. I just press. Here we go. So you've just got to be a little bit careful. And I don't think I'm going to colour those in. But I will colour these. In fact, I should have done the whole inside before I cut it out, shouldn't I? But never mind. What I'll do is, I think I will do, I think I'll do this one blue. And I think I'll do this one pink. You see how quick these big brushes are? I've always used both sets of brushes. And then I think I'll do this one yellow. So it's just my ink in the water. Oops, picked up some of the pink, so we've got a little bit of orange. So it's just my ink in the water brushes, just like the normal water brushes that I use, except this is, see, it's Tim Day, so I'm using Tim's Binky. And it's Tim Day, so I actually have got my little heat gun on. That's what I did with that. So just try that a little bit. Oh, actually, no, let's do a little bit of ghosting on this side. So, let's have a different stencil. What should we have? Let's have the circles. And I want to protect this. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to spritz through like so. Lift that up, get rid of this, just dry it off. Put that away. I would have been mortified if I'd have got to the end of this video and none of it had recorded, because I seem to be on a roll this week. Talking about roll, here's my kitchen roll. Press, press, press. There we go. It's ghosted the back. So let's, this is my Tim homage using my heat gun, because I don't want these flaps to fall off. Marvellous. Okay. And then I think I'm going to leave the fronts plain because I quite like it like that. So where's my page? So it will stick down like so, and then they will be like that. They're a little bit delicate. So let's, what shall I do on this page? I think I'll put a frame. I'll put a little bit of a frame round. So just got, oh, this pen's running out. Hang on. We got another pen. Yes, we have. We've got another pen. Just, this is when it's most at its fragile, so just be careful. Because I want to offset this colour. Black will really make, oops, sorry if my head was under there. Black will really make these colours pop a doodle. Just going to go back over this one. There we are. So let's get this painted in. This is one of those brush pens. So I'll just pump it, check the yes. So this is one of the Posca brush pens. Oops, where's my lid? So if I want something to be quicker than paint, that's quite, you know, I can really get into nooks and crannies with. I love these brushes. Ben has them at Heart from the Heart. I buy them by the box load. They come in black and I think he has them in black and white. I think they come in colours as well. But the black I use a lot, and it's just called a brush. I don't know if you can see, I've got a rug. Oh, there we go. And what you do is you just pump it to get it going, and it's a brush tip, and it is like painting, except it dries quicker, and actually you'll be able to write on it a lot quicker. I'm not sure if I want to. When it starts running, you just pump the end, get some more paint in there. And once you start it, to start with, sometimes it takes quite a bit to get it going, but once you've got it going, then Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt, as my dad used to say. And I did have an Uncle Bob, but I didn't have an Aunt Fanny. I couldn't work it out. But my dad's grandma was called Fanny, and I was like, hang on, so Bob's your uncle, but my granny's Fanny's my granny. I didn't understand it. Oh dear me, when you're a child you believe everything, don't you? For the British, I used to think that Joshua Tetley was my uncle, because my dad used to take us, sit us in the beer garden of the pub, and it used to have the big Joshua Tetley sign outside. And he used to say, I'm just going to see your Uncle Joshua. He's really busy. Nobody's allowed in. But and then he used to send us out some crisps and a drink. And I honestly used to tell everybody that my Uncle Joshua had loads of pubs. Didn't know he was at all. And I actually have a Tetley's pub sign. I got it at an auction. One of these days I will. It's for the big metal pub sign. I should hang it from my studio. I shouldn't have to remind me of my dad. He was a tinker. So it's much easier to do this before I stick it in. I'll do everything and then I'll stick it in. It would have been a really long video, so maybe it's better that I ended up doing it like this. I can't quite get There we go from that side. To get that edge, to get that edge. Okay. Put the lid on. Normally they have like a little cap on the bottom to protect it, and I don't know where mine is, to stop you accidentally pushing it in. But anyway, so there we go. And then I'm just going to outline round these. Really badly, as usual. This just looks not straight, so I'm just going to take that pen. Marvellous! There's one. There's two. And you can't do this with my wings because my wings are separate, so it doesn't work. So when I saw these from Tim, I was like, yes, they will be marvellous. Perfect for what I want. Last one. Wonderful. Right, let's add some of these rings in here. Let's do some of this doodling. I could have just left them, but you know me, I can't just leave them. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Let's have a little bit of a highlight, a little highlight of our life. Lovely jubbly. Now, and then that will stick in there. And at first these will want to sit up, but once they've been in a while, they will lay flat. So, what shall I write there? I'm going to write Tim's launch at the bottom. In fact, I'll do that now. Tim's stampers, so I'll just put stamp launch. Tim's stamp launch. I probably won't write a quote in there, but I think I want to write a quote about bugs, and I'll have to do it when I've finished because my phone's up here. My phone is filming and I want to just look for a bug quote. So what I would do is I'll look for a quote and then I will write it in, and then I will doodle. Like I doodled this, I will doodle these, but I like to do the writing first. I think I'm going to use, let's have a look where it is. Both of these are nearly running out. This is one of the Pentel, the Sakura Glaze that I love. I'm just slowly, I'm just going to go right round the outside to create a little bit of a barrier. You just have to be careful when using these because they don't dry instantly because they're a little bit raised and they're glazed. And so just be careful that you don't smudge them. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of a running stitch around as well. And then, as I say, I'll put the quote in later. I'm actually thinking of the Annie's Nin quote about the day it became too painful to stay hidden. I can't remember it offhand, but that's the quote I am thinking of to put in here. And in my next video, I'll flip back to show you and just talk about it. There you go. So that is going to stick in there. But before I do that, I'm going to finish decorating this page. So you've got a 2-in-1 today. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. And the reason I want to do this page is because these are quite fragile. I don't want to... oh, do you know what? I don't like that pink there now. Or do I? No. I am going to just take that paint pen and I'm going to wipe it out and make it black. It's because I decided to put that black border. If I had to put that black border on, it would have matched. But it doesn't match, so I don't mind a little bit of the pink showing through because I'm being a bit rushed. I don't mind a little bit of the pink showing, so... Oh, and it's Tim, so I shall just do a little... Look at that, can you see it? Doesn't it look gorgeous? So pleased. Okay, so I'm going to decorate this page first, and it's just going to be a really quick, simple page. And you might have heard of Patreon, I'm not sure how you say it, but Patreon is where a lot of artists, you can sponsor them and you pay so much a month and it just really helps them. And depending on how much you pay, you get different things. So if you can just nominate $1, £1, something like that. Or if you pay, I don't know, $5, you might get something. Sometimes you get a video or whatever. But I support Lana Guerrero. And again, I'll get the spelling of her name. I love her. And I've actually got an original of hers, which I've had a long time. But I love her work. It's really naive. It's just great. She does lots of clowns and she does snakes and all sorts. I just love it. She does some fabulous, great big murals, which I adore. Her stuff isn't for everybody, but I love it. So the level of the Patreon that I do that helps her is I get a print every month. I get I can't even think how big it is. It's a little bit bigger than that, I think. I get a print, one of her prints every month, which is fabulous. But when you get the print, you also get this little strike off, which shows you first to last. And what it means is if you take 10 things to the printers, you will have number 1 would be there, number 10 would be there. But so as well as the large prints, and I get them framed, they're all framed. I have a gallery wall in my bedroom with all sorts in. You also get these rather gorgeous little bits. She just includes them, and I just thought 8x10, that's the size of the prints I get, and I just thought it might be nice to just have a little page with them on. So So that's what this page is going to be. I've got more than this, but I couldn't put my hands on them. They weren't all together. And I know it's duplicates because you get two of the same one, but I just thought they would look quite fun on here. So they get sent to Ranger, and then whenever there's a shipment come over to Ben, they come over on a shipment. So I never know when I'm going to get things. Never know, which is lovely. It's just like Christmas. And at first she used to message me. People could say, have you got this? Have you got... And I'm like, you know, I get things when I get things, because they just go in my office, and then one day Ranger will go in and go, oh, we need to ship these to Diane. So, and then they just appear. They will be fun, won't they? And then I'll just glue them down. Why is that? Oh, there we go. But actually, do I want to glue them, or do I just want to tape? No, I'll glue. I will glue. So I usually always glue middle ones first. Because I just think if you put the middle one in, then you can get the spacing right for the other ones. Yes. So that one can go in and that one can go in. Yep. And then this one. So this would have been such a long video, wouldn't it? It would have been so long. So maybe it's a blessing that we missed the first half. And I've left a bigger gap at the bottom. I always, whenever you get a picture professionally framed, they always leave a slightly bigger gap at the bottom. They always have done. But I actually want it, because I'm going to write Lana down there. I just need to check the spelling of her name. Oops. But I'll put a link. She's on Facebook. As I say, you might like some of her work, you might not. But I'm not bothered if you like it or not. I like it. And I think I'm just going to stick with a white pen. So I'm just going to outline them really badly, like so, because her work is so naive. I don't want this to be neat or anything like that. So it's like a little mini gallery. In fact, I think I'm going to have them hanging in my little mini gallery. So there's the nail. Fabulous, look how cool that looks. I'm really pleased with that. And then this is going to stick in there. So because this is, I really want that to stay down, and I'm near the back of the book, I'm actually going to use double-sided tape, because I don't really want to take any chances moving it. It moving, not moving it, it moving. double-sided tape up both sides. Oops. I always fold the ends of the double-sided tape over. You'll see why in a... Actually, actually with this one I'm going to do it slightly different. So I can take the ends off. Normally I would fold the ends over, but I want this to be a really good stick. Why is that moved there? It's just gone over the edge and we don't want that. Only I'm allowed to go over the edge. I'm going to put one down the middle as well for look. Now if I tried to stick this down now, it would, I'd get it in the wrong place. It would be a nightmare. So what you do is you take your glue stick and you run a little bit of glue over the double-sided tape. And that means it will be repositionable. And then I'm going to put glue everywhere else. Everywhere the tape isn't, I'm putting a lot of glue. Where the tape is, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And then that means I can sort of smoosh it around a little bit to fit, just in case. Can you see? I can slide it into position. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a good roller from the back. Where's my brayer? There. These are the last 2 pages. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I've got my September book. I'm trying to think. April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, this is the 5th book. We're going into the 6th book. So I just need to curl that corner. Curl that corner, and by the time this has been in a while it will really give a solid stick. But I just noticed I've cut it a little bit short, so again I'm just going to take the black and I'm just going to go over this top page. You will know because I've told you, but nobody else will know. That it's a little short. There's nothing wrong with being a little short, but on this page it wasn't the look I was going for. There we are. Okay, so those are my pages. I just want to check the spelling of Lana's name before I write that in, and I'll probably put her website, stick her website in this. I'll show you next time I do it. I'll show you that. I like that primitive look. And here we are. This is Tim's specimen stamp. So you're looking in your book and you come along and you're, oh lovely, ping, out pop the butterflies. Okay, and then it's going to have a lovely quote on there, which I will show you next time. I'm really pleased with that. So, okay,